All right. We're here. We are here. All right. I'm new to this. Give me 2 seconds to make sure it's playing the right stuff. All right, cool. All right. Welcome, team. Our rankings. We did our picks last night with special guest Lane. Been a long time since I've seen and heard from him, so it was great catching up. And we did make the same picks. So I was kind of expecting a little bit back and forth on a couple of those games, but it was pleasant to see that we were of like mind when it came to those picks. So that means we're just both going to be 16-0. Now, we've got the power rankings. And as you can see, they're in the background. We've got the Eagles, we've got the Bills, and then we've got the Rams at number 3. We've got the Colts at number 4. We got the Lions at number 5. The Seahawks at number 6. The Bucks at 7. The Chargers at 8. And then we've got Green Bay, Jacksonville, and then we got KC as an honorable mention. I don't think they quite make it in. I think they did good against the Ravens, but I think the Ravens aren't that great, honestly. I mean, look at the record. Look who they're losing to. I'm just saying the Chiefs are winning. They're trading properly. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Jacksonville's defense is very good. And as the other reason I put them up there on instead of just saying honorable mention, they are playing against each other in the Monday night game, Jacksonville and KC. And I do believe whoever wins on that one is going to be the one that stays in the top 10 or moves into the top 10. And that right there is a huge factor for me in my decision making process. After that, we do have my Green Bay Packers who lost to the Browns, and then tied the Dallas Cowboys 40-40, and just heartbreaking, gut-wrenching game. And just, I think that's about the most positive response I've got to that whole scenario. But let's look at some stats here. Offensive leader, Dallas Cowboys. That makes me feel a little bit better. Then we got Buffalo, Indianapolis, the Rams, and then San Francisco, who, if they're able to win this week, also might be making the top 10. Defensive leaders are the Browns, Atlanta, surprisingly, the Chargers, Tampa Bay, and then Houston. They don't have much of an offense, but they do have a great defense. Green Bay, not on the top 5 of either of those lists. Let's see where they rank in for this. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on defense. I'm pretty solid with that. Oh, I wanted to see where Jacksonville was as well with their defense. Jacksonville Jaguars, there they are. Kind of in the middle of the pack. Um, let's see. Okay. Yeah. So that's why Green Bay's defense was supposed to be the thing that we had, and it's not. I will be moving on here, don't worry. After that, we got the Chargers. They're a fall from grace. I would normally rank them higher, but with the offensive woes on that offensive line that they have, Justin Herbert showed that when under pressure, he doesn't play as well. Not when he's under that much pressure. And we're going to take a look at who is playing who. NFL Week 5. There we go. With the Rams in San Francisco, I've got the Rams pick for that one. I made my picks already. They're up and active. Yes. Yeah, the Chargers have the Commanders. Their defense should be able to shut them down even with Jaden Daniels coming back, but they are without Scary Terry and without Debo. Look for the Chargers to bounce back into that game right there. And they will be, that's why they're going to set the top 10. I don't think this loss against the Giants is that devastating. The Giants also put up 37 points into overtime, I believe it was, with Dallas. I think it was 34-37. And they kept close with the Chiefs and won that game, so I'm pretty good with them. Up next is Tampa Bay, or should I say Baker Mayfield. I said this in my last live. I don't think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are actually that great of a team. Yeah, they got a lot of injuries, and if they were healthy, they'd be a better team. But as it stands, I think Tampa Bay should be 1-3, and it's literally Baker Mayfield putting the whole team on his back saying, I got you, and carrying them to victory. So a lot of their games are close. And with the way everyone hypes them up and way they're, with Baker Mayfield, they should be winning by larger margins, but they're not. Up next, we have Seattle. The Seattle Seahawks. Oof. They are very, very good. And let's see here. When it comes to rushing, I want to look at where Seattle's at first before I look at Sam Darnold. Because this is the one area I think Seattle struggles in. Like, actually struggles. And they're middle of the pack with the rush. They are, excuse me, right here. But Sam Darnold's very, very good. He's very, very accurate. He is going to take care of the ball. And Minnesota's got to be kicking themselves right now for having given him up. Like, why? Why? Why would you give him up? I get going for a rookie, but man, he did really good for you guys. You could have really banked on him getting you into the playoffs again and nurturing J.J. McCarthy into a better quarterback. Because as I've only seen from him, 1 quarter, not enough, even with the injury. After that, in the number 5 spot, you got the Detroit Lions. They've been putting up some offense after the beatdown Green Bay gave them in week 1, trying to show everybody that that was just a fluke. And I think they've done a pretty good job. They are going up against the Bengals, and the Bengals are so hurt. They don't have a defense. It's going to be a blowout. I would expect Detroit to win by 40, and that's not being mean to the Bengals. That's just being more realistic. St. Brown, Gibbs, Montgomery, just doing amazing things. Jared Goff is been lighting it up. That defense definitely stepped it up and showed that they were leading the pace in that game against the Ravens. And that's why they're going to be at number 5. At the number 4 spot, we got the Colts. Yes, I know they suffered their loss to the Rams, who are 1 spot above them. But honestly, the Colts played that game 50-50 with them, and possibly even better, all aside from just a couple of plays. And had those plays not been there, this game could have gone differently, and the results could have gone differently on where they're sitting at. The Colts have an amazing defense. They have probably the best running back in the league. Not Saquon Barkley, not the King Derrick Henry. I I think the Colts have the running game. I do. I want to look at this. When it comes to rushing, where's the players at? I just had it there. Anyway, we will get to that to another time because I'm in a hurry today because it's already Thursday. Up next, we have the Rams. Matthew Stafford lighting it up. Should have won that game against the Eagles. They should be the number 1 team right now. That is my honest belief since Green Bay is fumbling the ball. Not biased and hurt by that at all. Thank God it's a bye week. The Rams have an amazing pass rush, and they keep games low. That defense is underrated. I know people are finally talking about it, but they're severely underrated. They managed to keep Indiana Jones under 30, which is pretty impressive, all things considered. Puka Nakua has over 100 yards more than the guy in second place. He's just, he's on pace for 1,000 yards by week 10. Just insane. Well, week 11, probably. After that, number 2, we got the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is on pace to get the MVP again and take his team to the Super Bowl. And as it stands right now, I think the best competition for the Bills is the Colts. Honestly, in the AFC, I um I foresee that being a very potential right there for a big game. I know that my wording right there was pretty poor choice because I kind of lost my track of thought. But I think the Bills are a very good offensive team. I think their defense is kind of lacking, and they need to shore up there. But that's why they're the number 2 spot. The number 1 spot, it's got to go to the Eagles. You know, they're the Super Bowl champs. They haven't lost yet. Yes, I know they win in a physical way, and they don't play great all game, but they're still winning. And I got to give them their spot because that's where it's at. Yes, Jalen Hurts has probably got the least amount of yards against all starting quarterbacks that have played all through the games and not been injured or out, but he's also not thrown any interceptions. I mean, They're effectively winning games. Yes, they outmuscle you, and that's what it is. That's my power rankings. So we got the Chiefs as an honorable mention. They're 2-2. Then we got Jacksonville at 10. We got Green Bay at 9. We got the Chargers at 8. We got Tampa Bay at 7. We got Seattle Seahawks at number 6. We got the Lions at 5. The Colts at 4. The Rams at 3. The Bills at 2. The Eagles at 1. You heard it here. We're going to watch the game tonight. We're going to see how that goes. And that game tonight is San Francisco in the Rams. And I got the Rams to win this by 10. You all have a good time. Have a good night. And remember, go Pack Go. Oh, I did not see your comments there, Jay. Sorry about that. Yeah, have a good one. I will be watching the game later. I will be live broadcasting that I'm watching the game. I'm gonna try to put like a little graphic like they do where it shows the field from the mobile app. And you can join me there if you want. And yo, really, what are we really about? Before I go, I got like 2 minutes. The Bucks. Why I'm so down on the Bucks? I think they have a lot of injuries. They do. And I think if you were to take Baker Mayfield out of that team and just put in another good quarterback, I don't think they'd be 3-1. I think they'd be 2-2, maybe worse. I think Baker Mayfield is so good that he is carrying the hurt and injured Bucks to wins. All their games are very close, and they're playing against teams like the Jets. My buddy's a Jets fan. Sorry, Lane, but they won by like what, a field goal against the Jets, who were 0-4. Overall, I think the Bucks are like a B grade team, and I think Baker Mayfield is an S rate quarterback, and he just brings them up. Also, they have like 13 people out. They're competing with the Niners for most injured players on a team. That's all I got. Catch y'all later. Go Pack Go. See you later, Jay.